least for as bad of a game that was, we did get a point out of it. Also, that Sam Lafferty goal was a bit of a highlight reel, huh? I know, but it'd be great if this team could keep a lead! Ah! Let's go Hawks, baby!
Blackhawks haven't been a good state for a while. And to that I say, yeah, a lot of their games this season were hard. Pieces are there. Blackhawks fans need to chill, be patient, and everything will work out in the end.
Welcome to Blackhawks Central.
Oof, Marunda. What a great game that was. Hawks lose 4-3 to the New Jersey Devils in overtime. And you could tell that one was coming for a bit there, but hate to see it. So many things to talk about in this game, just nothing goes our way here, huh? Start with the first goal in the first period. Connor Bedard gets the Hawks on the board late in the first on the power play with an absolute beauty passing play. What an absolute cinema. Our power plays figured it out all of a sudden. And now we got Bedard, power quarterback, and then all of a sudden this power play's become pretty deadly these past few games. I've griped on it, and all of a sudden it's fixed. Bedard gets Markstrom all out of sorts. He's way out of his crease, and wide open net for him to just slot it in there, which gives the Hawks a 1-0 lead. And then keep the lead for a period, which was nice. And then to end the second, they Devils tied up with 15 seconds on the board, and after that, our defensive structure just went to the toilet because oh boy, just defensively we kept getting hummed in, couldn't produce anything. I mean, we got goals, that's always nice, but we can't just rely on Spencer Knight to bail us out every time because all of a sudden we get hemmed in our zone and can't do anything because Jersey was just putting on the pressure, and they played a better third period than us, but we get the 2-1 lead off of a Sliger tip-in from Crevier. That's nice to see that him getting called back up, and all of a sudden he's produced a goal. Just called back up, he's sliding it in the goal, which is nice. Crevier, multi-point night for Crevier. That's what we love to see. And then Devils come back down the other way. And it's just a great pass from Jack Hughes over to Dawson Mercer. You wish somebody would be in the lane there. Murphy kind of lost his assignment for a slight bit there. And all of a sudden it's back to tie game not too long after. And it didn't take too long from there for the Blackhawks to get another one. Sam Lafferty with an absolute absolute stunner. Absolute stunner toe drag on Luke Hughes to just slot it in past Markstrom. Oh my god. Sam Lafferty, take a bow for that one. I was not expecting that. That was unreal. But again, Blackhawks couldn't keep a lead as Jersey gets up the ice. They go a little tic-tac-toe, and Nemec'ed gets his second of the game. Uh, you want someone to get a stick in the lane, but no. The defensive structure just went to the crap after that. Oh my god. I've said my gripes about Murphy and Grizzlick. Apparently Grizzlick's just some stat muse god, apparently. Like, I don't even know how his stat muses are always so good. But he did not have a great game today. Neither did Murphy. Murphy lost his assignment plenty of times. The last Crevier lineup was alright. Levy actually looked like our best defenseman tonight, surprisingly. Um, Kaiser, Kaiser's Kaiser. He played alright in regulation, but once we got into overtime, oof, Marunda, I don't know what he was doing. Guys, don't put guys on the ice for overtime because that was not it, Chief. Oh my god. The overtime frame just in general just not great. You it's a young group and they'll figure it out, but these guys just did not play that overtime frame as well as they should have whatsoever. We had our opportunities, but no. Jersey just caught us on a bad change. They get to Simon Nemec, who takes his first career hat trick as the youngest defenseman to score a hat trick in overtime. We got the hat trick goal to be in overtime. Um, yeah, we got Nemec'ed, to be honest. I mean, to be fair, this is supposedly one of the best teams in the league, and to be able to not only lead for a majority of the game, but to take a point off of them is pretty good for this young roster of Blackhawks. Um, that's a good takeaway there, but we got absolutely exposed on the back end from this team. I think the schedule we've had so far hasn't really done too much to expose our back end, but New Jersey today really exposed how inexperienced and raw this back end is. As they ran house once they got into the zone. Spencer Knight, take a bow. The save percentage, the stats aren't going to say it, but he had an absolutely unreal game today, and can't expect him to save everything, especially when your defense is doing nothing in front of him. So he made some incredible saves today. Hawks dropped to 8-5-4, and that's the ball game for you. Hawks just not much to say about that one. Just an alright game. Crevier and Foligno both each got multi-point nights, which is good for them, I guess. Lafferty gets his first point as a Hawk again. First point since his return. He's kind of been in and out of the lineup. A lot of injuries coming to this game. Vanazor's out with a mid-body injury. He's still day to day, but that just is not a good look. Dickinson's still out, and Burakovsky is out to illness. I think I read. So three of our top forwards are, well, not top forwards, but at least two of our top six forwards plus Dickinson, who's one of our better defensive players, being out, and still being able to take a point off of New Jersey is always a good thing, I would say, in that situation, because God, we had Lafferty, Slager in the lineup. Or, the lines were looking a little lopsided here, but to be able to come away with a point is always a good thing there. So don't have much else to say about that game. Just tough all around. I could be a lot more angry, but since this is the top team and we took a point off them, it's fine. If we go into Saturday on in Chicago against Toronto, and we drop that game as well, then there might be a bit more fireworks, but not today. We'll end it there. Like, comment, subscribe. If you really like this, share with all your friends. The Hawks are still in a wild card spot for the time being, so hopefully we can stay there. So, peace out, Blackhawkers.